2023 Twitch FIFA streamer from UK and the guy that does the best impersonations. Name's
Thank you, Ed.
Alpal. How we doing, man?
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for having me on. First guest of 2023. That's a nice honor to
Yes.
have. So thank you.
Yes. Nah, thanks for doing this again. I really appreciate it. And, it's just a nice time for us to catch up. I guess kind of reflect on the year and kind of also like talk about like our goals going forward for the
Yeah,
next year.
definitely. Thanks for
Yeah.
having me on.
Yeah, no. Appreciate you coming. So I guess first thing we could talk about is, what were your thoughts for the World Cup? We never really got to talk about that.
Excuse me. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the World Cup. I thought it was one of the best. I think it was the best World Cup I've seen personally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like the football, the drama. The final was the best match I think I've ever watched. Um,
Mm.
it was just Yeah, it just for me had everything and yeah, exceeded expectations. Like you don't expect something the tournament to be that good, and it would definitely exceeded expectations
Oh
for
yeah,
me.
for sure. Yeah, same. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
And I know you were rooting for England and Iran because you're
Yes.
also Iranian. So, what
Yeah.
what'd you think of their performances?
I thought they were like they were good. I thought they were really good. I thought England were really good. I thought um it's just margins with the penalty that he one of the best penalty takers in the world just he skies the penalty. But I think if we score that, we can go on and win that. I just thought we looked good. We looked like we were in the ascendancy. France are a great team, as you see in the final.
Yeah,
Um, and I thought, we went out proudly rather than normally when we go out with a bit of a whimper.
yeah.
Um, in terms of Iran, I thought they done well as well, to be honest.
Mm.
Obviously, a lot of the circumstances around, it couldn't have been easy for them, but they really thought they pulled together and done well, beat, a good Welsh team.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, I think they can be proud of, that they tried their hardest.
Yeah. Iran had a good chance of making out of the group. Obviously, they had to
Yeah,
face the US, which was a good game as well.
yeah, yeah.
And yeah, I mean England against France, it's like the two powerhouses in Europe going at it, and
No, exactly.
France just pulled it off.
Yeah, yeah. It's just
Yeah.
margins, right? It was always
Yeah.
going to be, a close game, I think, and you can't go. You got to sack the manager because you lose in a close game to France. I mean,
Did they
it's
sack
just
him?
no, but
Oh,
people
okay.
were talking about, oh, is this time? I understand. He was thinking about it as well, but I think he's staying on now. But I get people's views on it. For me, I don't see a better alternative right now out there, especially if you're looking at English managers. I think the good ones are in jobs and they're not gonna move from them jobs like Eddie Howe and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
Mm-hmm.
Southgate's done well, to be honest. I think the team's
Mm-hmm.
likable. They look like they enjoy it rather than they're just there to do it as a chore. So yeah.
For their last game against France, do you think they should have done something different? Maybe in terms of substitutions or tactics?
Um Thinking back now, he shouldn't have taken Saka off. I think he took Saka off, if I'm right. Um, which I thought was a mistake because he was really good in that match. He was really the one taking that game on and trying to make stuff happen, and he was making stuff happen. So I think um I thought that was an error, to be honest. But
Mm.
in hindsight, it can always look like that if he scores the penalty. It's not, I guess. But um yeah, I just wouldn't have taken Saka. I thought it was our biggest threat, and then yeah, besides that, I don't know. I can't. Yeah, I can't criticize too much to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think my only thing was I wish Rashford could have played longer.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, Rashford's really a threat, especially coming off the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, I just felt like he had a really good tournament and you had to play him more somehow.
yeah. It's tough. I think he
Yeah.
found like a good lineup with that Foden on the left and Saka on the right, and then I think he was right to stick with that. But
Mhm.
it's a difficult one. There's so many good players. It's like, how do you fit all
Yeah.
of them in and keep the team dynamic how it is?
Yeah.
Uh,
For sure. Yeah. I actually wanted them to beat France and I wanted them to go really far, but
mm.
the French, they're too good.
Yeah, it's that experience as well. I think helps. Like
Right.
they know they've been there and done it and they've won it, and it's near enough that exact same team like who did it.
Mhm.
So I think that helped definitely get them over the line.
Right.
Um, yeah, so they just used their experience as well. I think yeah, fair play. They're a great team. I mean, yeah, it was a great final.
Yeah, it was. And usually, like the previous World Cup winners, they're kind of cursed and they don't
Yeah,
perform well the next World Cup, but they
yeah,
did really well. France did.
yeah,
They're just dominant.
100%. And I think that them going out in the Euros actually helped them go, okay, like we're gonna have a good tournament now.
Hmm.
Like, let's not do what we did in the last one again. I think it was
Right.
more the scars of the Euros that helped spur them as well. Which, like you say, it's impressive to do that 2 World Cups in a row nearly. I mean,
I know. I definitely didn't want France to get another one.
was you rooting for Messi and stuff? Did
I
you really want to
was.
see him? Yeah,
Yes, I was rooting. I had Argentina from the very beginning. I thought they had a good chance of winning it.
yeah,
And it's interesting. It's like I feel like for Argentina, they got better as the tournament went on. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah, yeah,
That's how
yeah,
I saw it. They like kind of rose to the competition and they just like they kind of peaked towards the end, which was
yeah.
good.
Definitely,
Yeah.
I agree with you. Yeah, I think they peaked at the right time.
Yeah.
They had their loss, which I think may have helped them in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were my pick from the start. Like I had just a small bet on them to win it as well. But I done that after the Saudi loss because I thought I didn't like their value before, and then I thought, okay, like after Saudi loss, everyone thinks they're done, and then I thought they still definitely got a great chance.
Mhm. Yeah. And like the final game, the championship game was like you said, it was like one of the best I've seen.
Oh
Like
yeah,
it was just amazing.
it was unbelievable. Just had
Uh-huh.
everything. Like I couldn't believe what I was
Uh-huh.
watching.
Yeah, I know. It's like the first 80 minutes, it was like so dominant. That was shocking too. Argentina
Mm,
just dominating the game
yeah.
and also zero. I think France had zero shots up to that
Mm.
point, which was just shocking.
Yeah, that was the surprise, right? Like that they were just so dominant. You think, okay, it's just a countdown now till it's done, and then suddenly Mbappe it's like he switched something on, like some kind of a Superman mode or something. He was like, I'm not having this,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the way he performed, I mean, yeah, to me, it was like a excuse me, it was like a passing of the torch. I know Mbappe
Right.
didn't win it, but two, I mean, Messi for me is the greatest of all time. I mean, I can only judge from what I've seen with my eyes, and that's for me, he's the greatest. And then obviously there's a debate there, and there's loads of others obviously up
Yeah.
there. But and then for Mbappe to do what he did, I think he's gonna be the next one, I believe.
Mhm. Yeah. It's just like right when that first pen happened and after Mbappe scored, it's just the tide changed and then you see
Yeah.
France just like really picking it up. And
Mm,
obviously Mbappe scores a great equalizer with the volley.
yeah.
And then after that it just went crazy. It just went back and forth.
Mm.
Yeah,
I
and you didn't know
mean,
who was gonna win.
no, exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
even in the last kick, I mean, I think it was Muani
Yeah.
who has that chance, and then Martinez, I think, pulls off the best save I've ever seen. I mean, that
Yeah.
that is got to be the best save for a World Cup final last. almost the last kick. And he doesn't even hit that shot badly, really. People will maybe
Yeah.
say, "Oh, he should have hit it across," but he's connected and smashed that like really.
Right.
Yeah, mad the margins, right? Eh? Messi's not the
Exactly.
greatest if that guy if Moani scores.
Exactly.
Mad.
And right when he had that shot, I thought, oh my gosh, France won. It's over.
Yeah, yeah, crazy man. The drama, yeah. Honestly, that's a match. I don't think I love football more than like it's my favorite. It's got to be my favorite thing, like to watch and to play was my favorite thing. But I'm not normally someone that can just watch 90 minutes of every single game.
Hmm.
Like a replay, I can watch it live. But that is a game I think I could replay a few times. It's that good.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And going back to what you're talking about, like the passing of the torch, the goats going at it,
Mm,
to the greatest football countries going at it. I mean,
yeah.
yeah, it's like this is why I wanted Messi to win one. Because like he's got to win that World Cup, right? To really
Yeah.
solidify himself as like the best. And
Yeah.
I'm really happy. I'm sure a lot of people are just happy to see him actually get one now.
Yeah.
And
I think for him, a lot of people, would say you need it. For me, everything he's done before that is enough. Um, but obviously, World Cup, and then he's got to the final before, and he was close. So yeah, I think to take that team, it kind of just is like you say, it solidifies it. There's no question now.
yeah,
And yeah, I mean, I kind of like I was happy for him, but I'm more in the like if it wasn't France because they've won it before, like if it was Morocco, like I would have been rooting, for the underdog and
hmm,
they haven't, make history because for me, like obviously it's nice to see, so it's all right to see Messi win it, but he's won so much in his career and he's had such a great career. It's like, you know, if it was an underdog, I would have been like let them win it and that would be history.
sure, sure. And I have the same sentiment too, in rooting for the underdogs as well.
Mm,
Um, so yeah, if I wouldn't mind if an underdog won it too, and
yeah,
see history like that.
yeah.
Um, and that's one of the reasons why I didn't want France to win because they win all the time. It's like
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
yeah,
Yeah, and it was a win it the last time, and yeah, yeah. I think it was a good ending.
yeah. It was a great ending, and imagine if France won, you get Mbappe having two World Cups at
Yeah, it's
23. That's
crazy.
just crazy.
It's crazy. Like for me, it was one of them. Like Argentina, they during that World Cup they were like the master of the dark arts. The tactical fouls and all the stuff they were doing as well. Like if I would say, if I was a neutral and maybe I didn't have as well, like maybe money riding on Argentina, I wouldn't have been too. I wouldn't have been too bothered to see France win it either. Just if I was a neutral and I was looking at, it, I was going, okay, I can appreciate that the tactical stuff, like to get an edge and all that, but
Hmm.
they do dive a lot and stuff like that's a little bit as well. So I mean, a lot of teams do it. I guess I'm probably just nitpicking, but
Hmm. Yeah, but I think like when you look at Mbappe too, like as you were saying, the passing of the torch, I think that tournament, like he really proved himself like he's the
Mm.
best in the world right now.
Yeah, big game player. Yeah, he is
Yeah.
the best in the world, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah. So it's just, and he's only 23, so going forward it's just like, man, like the sky's the limit.
it's crazy, right? I mean, I just hope that it's not even about he has to go Premier League and all that. I'm not one of them guys that think it's only about the Premier League. Um, but yeah, I just hope he tests himself maybe in another league in his prime.
Mm.
Like I get why he stayed. I mean, people that want to go on about this and that, about money and whatever. I mean, he was also offered control. He was offered so many.
Hmm.
apparently different like things and obviously loads of money. Like, and he can make history. They can be the first to win the Champions League for them. Obviously,
Hmm.
it's not the most competitive league for someone of his talent, but um, he's still got so many years. He could go, at the end of that contract, 26, 27, whatever it is, and then Real Madrid or someone like that. I don't think they're going to turn him down, even though he last minute pulled out of that transfer or whatever.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, the world's his oyster, I think.
Yeah. Definitely. Um, so I know even there's a passing of Pele. Do you have any thoughts on that and any thoughts on like Pele as a footballer?
Yeah, like I'm young, but I've seen so many highlights, and my dad has spoken so highly of Pele and that Brazil team, and yeah, just my thoughts are a legend's past, and he's left such a great legacy, man. Like, one of the greatest of all time. For a lot of people, he's the greatest of all time, and yeah, he's lived an amazing life, man. He's left a legacy to remembered forever. So yeah, rest in peace to the great man, I would say.
Yeah, rest in peace. I mean, it's so crazy like the timing of it all cuz
Yeah,
then you had the World Cup and then he just passes like shortly after.
yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
like I don't know, it's kind of this like weird feeling where you see Messi winning the World Cup for the first time,
yeah.
and he's at the end of his career. You have Mbappe emerging as the best and then one of the greatest footballers of all time,
Mm.
has lived a full life, has passed
Yeah,
on and it's just like,
definitely.
yeah, it's kind of this
Um,
weird connecting feeling of like historic football moment
mm,
and like,
yeah.
yeah, it's kind
I
of weird.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I know what you mean, and I think
Yeah.
like if he was able to watch that final, man, he would have been smiling like that. What a game!
Yeah. Maybe he did
Yeah,
watch it.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah,
Yeah, but it's just crazy. It's like I know football is just such a huge sport, huge global sport for everybody and it's like for all those things to happen all at the same time, it's just like I don't know, you could just appreciate the history of football and appreciate the sport for what it is,
yeah. I
right?
mean, he's what he did in the World Cups. I mean, it's like, and then after that tournament, it's yeah. I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
He's like he's one of the greatest. I mean, I never got the pleasure of obviously seeing him properly, but there's enough stuff on YouTube and
Right.
just to know how great he was and how passionate he was, and like you say, he's a legend of the World Cup, winning it. I can't remember how many times was it. 3 times.
Yeah, I think he won like 3 times,
Yeah,
right?
3 times. And like to perform the way he did in them games, and that was his tournament. Really, when you think of World Cup, I guess you always those are the names you think about, and Maradona. What he did for Argentina and stuff, and
Mhm.
yeah, these are the players that they got worldwide status and
Yeah.
did great things. Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. We finally got someone in the chat. We got Brian Joyce. How's it
Oh, good
going?
old Brian.
He's one of your guys.
Yeah, yeah, he's one of my mods.
He says he prefers women's beach volleyball over soccer. I'm glad you prefer that over soccer. Welcome in, welcome in. But yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed the World Cup. It was really entertaining to watch. I think it exceeded my expectations, and like overall,
Yeah,
it was a good time.
yeah, no, definitely, I agree with you.
Yeah, yeah. So to go along with the World Cup, obviously for us, we're playing FIFA. We
Yeah,
got all the content that has come. How has FIFA been for you, especially with the content as the World Cup was going on?
yeah. FIFA's been interesting. FIFA's been interesting. It's started off well. It's taken a few dips in terms of content. Um, I thought the World Cup promo started really well, like Path to Glory and everything, and then the tokens, the swaps was like the worst grind I've ever done on a FIFA. Like every token was just a chore. Like, oh,
Right, right.
I wish they'd done it like they done these winter wildcard ones where you just, SBC here, there, like it's just shuffled around, but it's quite easy
Mm-hmm.
to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they became pretty much a chore to do. And yeah, I felt like
Mm-hmm.
I should have been paid by the hour to do them all of them tokens. But yeah, it's been okay. Like it's taking a bit of a turn. Like I think they're putting more stuff on the store now to open with points and coins. Don't know if that's a good thing. It's
Mm-hmm.
okay if it's, I guess it's an alternative as long as they keep putting the stuff on the SBCs and stuff. Like that's cool. Gives people options, I guess. You know. Um, yeah, it's been all right. I'd say it's been all right. I think the gameplay's okay, and um, could be more content. I think that's one thing I'd say. There could be more SBCs and stuff
Mm-hmm.
sometimes.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. We got U-Wave in the chat too. Appreciate you being here, U-Wave.
Yeah, how you
Um,
doing, you wave?
and you're right. I did like the Path to Glory concept. They
Mm,
kind of did that 2 years ago with the Euros, and I had a feeling they'll bring that back for the World Cup.
yeah.
But you're right, just too much like too much grinding for those
Mm,
swaps, and I do wish they did like some SBC ones and not
yeah.
make us work so hard for some of
Yeah.
these
Yeah,
tokens,
exactly.
you know.
Yeah.
But I guess it gave us something to do during that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be honest, I was thinking like, oh wow, like I could, when I was doing that, I thought, wow, my room needs a bit of a paint or something like that. I swear I was thinking of anything to do, but that at times, honestly, it was really like it was a grind. But
I
I know what
think
you mean. It's
yeah,
better than nothing, I guess.
yeah, yeah. I think a lot of people were complaining that they actually felt it was dead, like the game was dead at that time. Did you have the
Yeah.
same thoughts?
Uh, not really. I get what people mean when they say like everyone. I think everyone's got like a good team so quickly now, and the market's a bit. It feels like the end of FIFA kind of type of market where so many good players are going for 20K and stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
um, I like that. I like that I'm able to, put out content and able to do like icon packs easier rather than, putting my whole coin balance into it. But
Mm-hmm.
there is a there is a feeling that, when you get a decent team and you're building it up slowly, it is a bit rewarding, I
Mm-hmm.
think.
Like for
I
you,
don't know what you think.
mm, yeah, I could agree with that. I mean, it's just like when you already have a really good team, it's hard to be motivated to wanna wanna keep playing because part of the grind is just improving the squad and
Yeah.
working your way there. Um, like for your team, is your team like really good at this point, or even at that point?
Yeah, I think it's yeah, it's pretty good. I've got some good players in there. I think just centre back, I lack someone maybe really good, but the whole team's pretty strong. I've got Al Oraran, the Saudi. I don't know if I said the name right. Sorry, but
Mm-hmm.
the Saudi hero. He's really really good. And then the World Cup hero, and then I've got I've got quite a good few players. Like I've got Zambrotta, I've got World Cup hero Capdevila. Like I've got
Mm-hmm.
Jarzinho. I got from an Icon 88 baby Jarzinho, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my team. I've been pretty blessed with some of the stuff I've had. We
Yeah.
actually managed to get Pele, but it was on a share play actually. with Mr. Brian, who was in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, we managed to get Pele as well, man. That was the best one by far. Yeah,
Wow. Okay. How's Jarzinho, by the way?
yeah, he's good. He's really good. Sometimes, like I don't know, it feels like you can't get. It's probably just me though. Like, like I can't accelerate away sometimes, like quick enough, and but then there's other times. I think it's just the game though, and the servers sometimes how a player feels, and then he just feels like he just does some amazing stuff, and he's, I believe, 5-star skill moves, which I'm not a skill moves person to be honest. I don't use it enough, but I'm guessing for the pros and guys like that, he must be unreal.
Hmm. Yeah, I always come across him. Like I always see him, man, with that
Yeah.
afro.
And everyone's going to be having him now because of that SBC, which is come out the 90 rated version. I think it's the mid
Right.
Jarcinho, I think.
Right. Yeah, I'm also working on him, so I'll
Yeah,
get him
yeah, yeah.
soon. I'll get to
No,
try him
nice.
out.
Good stuff, man. Yeah, you'll
Yeah.
enjoy him, I think.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure I will. Um I think I have a pretty decent team at the moment. I mean, I have a but he would fit in there well. I mean, I also have the Al World Cup hero. I
Mm.
did the Di Maria. I recently tried out the Winter Dembele. I ended
Oh,
up
yeah,
buying
he
him.
must be. Yeah,
He's
I
pretty
was.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, you see, yeah, even his goal just seems like that. Obviously, not now, probably, but
Yeah.
was really good at that point.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Um so right now, like, what are you getting in weekend league? And like, did you hit elite as well in rivals?
Yeah, so I hit elite on rivals recently. In terms of weekend league, I really enjoy old gen gameplay more than new gen.
Okay.
So I started on new gen. I was managing. I got 14 wins a couple times. I went to old gen because I just was getting fed up with the ball bouncing off my players every minute. And when I went to new gen, I managed to get 18 wins two times in a row.
Oh, you mean old gen when you went to old gen?
Yeah, when I went
Okay,
to
okay.
old gen, and then I just thought, all right, lately, I think last maybe week or two, I'm like, a few guys from my chat was like, yeah, like try a new gen out, like, see how it go, try it again. And um, I'm just going to try and stick with new gen now. I
Okay.
think the game's gotten a little bit better on new gen after the patches and stuff. So we'll see, man. I still enjoy old gen, but I think, I have to break free. And yeah, I have to persist. I'm the kind of person I don't like to run away from something. I want to face it
Sure.
head on, and it annoys me. Um, but yeah, I really want to get 16 is my aim, and I haven't had it yet.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Do you find old gen easier? Like when you're playing against opponents?
uh, I don't know. It's when I think about it, like because a few people said like it's too easy on there, but I think it's maybe easier as a consequence of not the opponents being, easier. I think it's more just the gameplay being able to execute what you want. I
Mm-hmm.
find I don't know, like it's just a different style. Like I can play 1-2s with my strikers, I can play a certain style, and you got to be a bit more maybe patient with new gen. You have to maybe skill moves is a bit more effective. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's adapting, I think, as well. And
Mm-hmm.
it is a bit more difficult to maybe master new gen.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
I just think the mechanics are less smooth, and which makes it more difficult rather than anything else. I believe. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I also see PS5 gameplay being less smooth. I think the old
Yeah,
gen is a bit smoother. I actually think the skill moves in next gen is harder to pull off because it's
yeah,
not as smooth. And I would assume that next gen is a bit more difficult because you have all the pros in there. So if you're a
yeah.
decent player, you'll come across all the competitive FIFA players.
That's it. Mm.
Um, yeah, I actually played like next gen this whole year on Ultimate Team, so Um,
Okay.
I haven't tried old gen yet, so maybe
Yeah.
I will. Maybe I will soon and see how it is. But
Yeah. I
um,
mean, what division are you managing to get? You play rivals a lot?
I did play Rivals a lot. I hit Elite last season, and I also signed up for the FGS so I could get the competitive tab.
Oh,
Yeah, so I
nice.
ended up getting that, which was nice. And
Mm,
that was
that's really
the
good.
yeah, that was the big reason why I stuck to next gen.
Yeah.
So I got that. Now that I got that, it's like I want to hit that 16 wins too.
Yeah.
Uh
Yeah.
for rank 3 in next gen. But I might dabble with old gen and just like see how well I do for a weekend league or so and
Yeah. I
yeah.
don't like honestly, it might feel that great that you just think, oh man, this is too nice. I mean,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
you might not really want to go back, but to new gen. But you know the FGS thing. Sorry, just going back. What is that
Yeah.
like? You qualify for a certain thing and you can play in like a tournament or something.
Yeah, so this is for like the pros that want to play in the
Mm,
qualifiers, and basically you have to sign up before actually the end of 2022.
okay.
You sign up for the FGS site, you register with your EA account, and then you got to hit elite to get the competitive tab, and that's where the pros play amongst each other on the comp tab.
Oh
Um,
wow. Okay.
and then once you are signed up with FGS, if you hit the cutoff mark, depending on your region,
Mm,
um, if you hit a certain SR, then you could compete in the qualifiers. And then
yeah.
in the qualifiers is basically a tournament. You play in this
Okay.
tournament, and then if you rank, if you finish high enough, you get a certain amount of points, and then you try to accumulate as much points as you can.
Yeah.
And if you're one of the top guys with the most points, then you get invited to the E World Cup.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
because
a
I
big
remember.
deal. Hmm.
Sorry, no, go on.
Yeah, it's a big deal. You know, everybody's trying to make it to the E World Cup, and that's like the biggest stage for FIFA pro players.
Yeah, is that like the FIFA Interactive World Cup from back before? Is that the same? Is it the
It's
same
the
kind
same
of
one
thing?
with where all the pros are at. Yeah, where they
Yeah,
all play in
because
that at the end, towards the end of the FIFA.
I remember that back in the day, the FIFA Interactive World Cup, like years ago on the older FIFAs. I remember you could like there was an online kind of qualifying thing, and I think first five or so would qualify to be able to I don't know if it was to go to a tournament or be able to qualify for something that can then enable you to go. But it was yeah, that was a fun time. I remember I was trying hard and then to maybe qualify, but you had to just keep playing so many games like without a rest. Like I could not do it. I just couldn't.
Yeah,
Like you literally just yeah, I think you'd have to have like a an energy drink next to you and or some snacks, and then
right.
you just don't sleep. You just keep playing because I think it was about how many games you played as well. And I remember
Hmm.
playing against a few. I remember playing against I think one of the guys that won it played quite a few. I played pro clubs with him and played quite a few games against each
Yeah.
other. And yeah, it's just even this FIFA I've played against on the last stream I played against now if you know a gentleman named Huge Gorilla.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, one of the
Yeah.
biggest. Yeah, he's one of the biggest pros in FIFA, and yeah, I came up against him, and he had I think he was doing a 50K team challenge,
Hmm.
and I didn't know until someone came in, and then I kept saying, wow, this guy is really good. He's one of the best I've played. He was doing stuff I hadn't seen, and
Hmm.
um, he was winning 2-0. I managed to come back 2-2. And then I think 85th minute, a few come in and said, oh, do you know you're playing? Da, 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 da. And then I think he got a goal at the end and won 3-2. But yeah, like
Wow.
it's a good learning experience, man. Like to play against, someone of that level and, 50K team or not, these guys are been he's been a pro for so many years. And to be honest, to keep it going throughout every FIFA when it changes, a lot of people drop off and they can't come back.
Yeah.
So obviously he's very good, very, very good,
Hmm.
consistent. And yeah, I played Harry Hesketh as well, I believe. think I made a
Mm-hmm.
TikTok on that one as well. Um, Apparently he was meant to give me the win and he didn't. His chat was saying, "Don't give him the win." Like, who have I? Who have I annoyed?
So he just left that 0-0,
No, he didn't. He
or
didn't.
he
He
played
played
the
he
game.
played the game. Yeah, at first he wasn't like he was doing. I don't know what was going on. And then he started playing seriously and like he scored some nice goals. I think it was ended up being. I can't remember. Was it 2-1 or 3-1 to him? I think he scored like a. It was at the end where he scored like a corner where I wasn't really. I was kind of having some banter and having a laugh because he was kind of time wasting in the corner and stuff. It was funny. It was a funny. Yeah, it was a funny experience.
Wow, you played against some big names. Those are some big
Yeah,
guys that you played against.
that's gonna be my thing, giving a great game to the pros,
Yeah.
the nearly man losing in the end.
Yeah, for sure. um Sorry for we got Cameron in the chat. Sorry, he asked a question a while back, but I just want to ask the
Mm.
question for him. He said, "How much do you think you both spent on FIFA in your lifetime?"
Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question because up until this FIFA, not in terms of in-game like in FIFA points, I would say I think on this FIFA is where I've really kind of been putting them on to do the store packs to keep content going for my streams. Um,
Okay.
and keep trying to put out stuff on the socials. I'm looking at it more as an investment in myself to
Mm-hmm.
keep improving in
Yeah.
that respect. But not to dodge a question, but if I had to say, yeah, 500 maybe
500. Okay.
pounds, yeah, because could be a little bit less. I think actually, if I'm being honest, yeah, I think there's maybe a couple times, 2 or 3 times I've put the maximum, the 12,000, which is
Mm-hmm.
£8. But let's say that's 240. Yeah, I think it's less probably. Yeah, about 400, maybe 300,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
350, 400. Yeah.
That's not bad for multiple FIFAs,
Yeah.
right?
I never really put points on before that.
Yeah.
It was because it was more a thing where I was just putting out content. I was like, okay, yeah, a first FIFA 21 RTG, then 22. I was like, all right, I put FIFA points on at the start and I weren't getting nothing. And I think I was put off by it. And then on this one is where like, all right, you know, like I like how have things are developing with my socials and stuff, and I want to keep putting stuff out. So
Yeah.
if I put a little back in to keep that going, then yeah. What about you? What would you say?
0.
Wow, really?
I didn't put any money at all. I don't think so. If
Yeah,
anything, it
yeah,
might be $1 or 2.
yeah. But
Yeah,
I mean,
0.
that's good though. That's good.
Yeah, I'm purely RTG. I
Yeah,
don't put money in the game other than the FIFA points I get in the beginning of the year buying the
yeah,
Ultimate Edition. Other than that, I don't get FIFA points.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is it more like a thing that you enjoy the aspect of the RTG and stuff, and you don't want to get good players too soon, or you just don't want to put your hard-earned money in?
There's that. It's both. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
pretty much both.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
like wasting
yeah.
money on a game. I've always been
No,
like
no,
that.
that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I feel like I don't see the point in putting so much money into a game unless
Yeah,
you're a content creator or you're a competitive FIFA player. If you're not
yeah,
those two things, then I don't
yeah.
think it's worth putting money into a game.
No, I'd agree. I'd agree.
Yeah.
And when you see, people going about other, streamer luck and all that stuff, but you have to, some of the guys who are majorly popular, like they're opening so many packs to get a good player. It's like
Hmm.
people don't look at it like that, and you know, and like you say, unless like for these guys, it's their job, and they probably make back more than what they've put in anyway.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
and it can get written down as a business thing and all that, and yeah.
Yeah.
So there's
Absolutely.
that as well. Yeah.
Right.
So
Right. Brian says it's hard to compete with the FGS without points. That is true. That
yeah,
is true.
yeah, he's right.
S- So, like I said, if if you're really competing and you're trying to get pro, trying to get signed, then I understand making that investment.
Mm,
And also, actually, I heard like the FGS first qualifiers is actually this upcoming weekend,
yeah.
and what they allowed, they kind of made it a more even playing field, in where they're actually allowing you to use loans.
Yeah, I was reading about that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I saw that a lot of people obviously, they poured a lot of money into it and they were like, okay, I've done that and I've got this team now. Now you're gonna, but I think it's good that it evens the playing field like that. Even if it does slight people and because they've put that money in already. But um, yeah, I think it's good. Anything that evens the playing field a bit, and I think is only a good thing. I believe.
right. I think there's like a limited amount of loans.
Mm.
You could only use one icon, and you you can't have anybody over 91 rated, something like that.
Okay,
Yeah, there's like
interesting. Yeah,
there is a criteria with the squad you're competing with.
yeah,
And the thing is too, though, even if you have a first zone team, you could play that team like anytime you want. That's the
yeah.
thing with the loans. If you're playing with loans, you can't play it. You can't have the
Yeah,
reps in with those
that's
players
true.
unless you're playing a lot of friendlies with people.
That's true. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, I didn't really think of that. Yeah, it's true because a lot of these guys they obviously play elite elite rivals and they're coming up against each other probably often.
right,
And then they can't, yeah. And to be honest, like it is a thing where you play with a team and you get used to players. It's definitely a thing where you get used to them players and the way their styles and stuff for sure.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least for me too. Like it takes me a while to get used to a player and how
Mm,
they move and play, pass and
yeah.
dribble, and um. So
Yeah,
yeah.
even that World Cup hero, I think the Saudi World Cup hero,
Mm-hmm.
took me a while to get used to him. I was like, why is this guy, cost nearly 1 million or whatever it was? Like, he's just he's not doing like the balls bouncing off him. And then eventually I got used to him and stuff like that. And he's been my
Yeah.
best player. So you got to give it time sometimes, I think.
Right. Right. For sure. Um. So like for you for this past year, I mean, how has streaming and content creating been for you in 2022?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good. I think it's been like I have like an idea and goals of what I wanted and stuff. And I feel like how I've done it is I didn't just rush into it like, oh, I'm going to stream 7 days a week and burn myself out. I'm going to just start doing long form videos and on YouTube and stuff. What I done was I said I'm going to start streaming, get used to that. Then I'm going to start um, doing TikToks and learning to edit. And then after the TikToks, I was doing that, and then it was YouTube and Instagram and stuff. And then Instagram sometimes I slack on it a little bit. I don't know. I should put more on the on Instagram, but um, and then also yeah, it's just each step. I feel like I'm now the next steps for me is the long form and to learn
Yeah.
to do thumbnails. And I just keep yeah, I'm pleased with my progress.
Yeah.
I think on Twitch, yeah, I want to increase the average viewers, but it's difficult. It's difficult on there. I'm focusing. I'm gonna keep trying to put out good content, and I'm happy with how the socials have grown. That exceeded my expectations or goals, like YouTube. And there was a period where TikTok was just it was just like I was getting 10,000. I think I got to 20,000 or something like pretty in a quick time because I had a few videos that hit like over 2 million, quite about two or three,
Wow. Uh-huh.
and then two others that hit 1 million as well. And then
Wow.
yeah, I'm really pleased with how that's going. That's slowed down a little bit lately, but it was never going to keep going at that pace. So I'm always, I don't get too high about stuff and then too low. Like
Yeah.
it's you just I take it as it comes, and I understand um, how it goes, kind of thing. It's not going to always go in a straight line like that. It can.
Right.
How about yourself, though, man?
Oh man, I think it's been pretty good content creating wise
Yeah.
for 2022. Um, in terms of followers with Twitch, I know I was under 1K starting the year,
I see
and
you're on 2,000 now. Congrats, man, by the way.
yeah, thank you, I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Yeah, yeah. So this past year has definitely been a huge growth on the
Yeah.
Twitch platform. I've been pretty consistent with the YouTube. Um, I have been getting subscribers, but I feel like it hasn't been growing as much as I wanted to on the YouTube.
Yeah.
I've still been consistent in terms of doing podcasts. Like I
Yeah.
still do enjoy doing that. So,
Yeah.
um, now you're actually our 99th episode.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah. So I got one more to hit the 100 mark.
99 problems, but Alpha ain't one.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I think for that episode I'll probably go solo. Just kind of
Yeah.
reflect
Nah,
on.
sorry. I
Yeah,
am like, I tell the worst puns and jokes. Apologies.
yeah. All good, all good. Um, but yeah, it's been growing on uh on
Congrats,
both
by the way, on that
platforms.
number, though. That's like, sorry, man. That's a really good number. Like, you know what I mean? And I always like, this is my second time on this. So, like, it's always enjoyable, man. I always just feel relaxed and, you're obviously, you're a cool dude as well, man. So,
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. Um yeah, I hit the 1K mark last year, and towards the end of this year I really pushed for 2K,
yeah.
and I'm glad I was able to achieve that.
Yeah.
So the growth has been good, and just I think even last year that's when I first encountered you as well. And
Yeah.
I keep continuing to come across like really cool people like yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's been good, man. I can't complain. So, and I also started on the shorts too, so hopefully, I could continue with that, and that could continue to help with my growth.
Yeah.
And
Nah, for sure. For sure.
yeah, I just want to keep going with it and see where it takes me. I think also like you're saying, the long form content, I think if I want to invest into that, I got to think of like some ideas for like some good videos other than
Yeah.
like pack openings.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you
Yeah.
mean. I think because we're still trying to like really grow um our channels and stuff, I think we have to try and be sometimes like more creative rather than, like I think when you're at a certain point, you could probably just, just like do anything, I guess, on the game and that, will get views. I think that's the point I aspire to get to.
Yeah.
But obviously sometimes I think you have to be like I've noticed like I have to try and be more creative to like what can I do? Not maybe to I've got to be like majorly different. Like I know what I'm bringing and I know what I can do, but sometimes it's trying to execute. Like you say, it's ideas, and I get ideas. Like I could watch the TV and I could see something funny, and I go, like, wow, that would make a good this and that. But sometimes I'm not like it's going from taking that and making it into something. Sometimes like I need to do that more. I think
Mhm. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Cameron asked, do you have any opinions on big time streamers like Danny Aaron's?
Uh, Opinions? No, to be honest, not really. Not really, no.
Do you watch Danny
Um,
Aaron's? Do you watch any big time streamers
uh,
or content
have to
creators?
be honest, like I don't, I sometimes like I'll try and watch, like I'll watch more maybe guys that are like that I know maybe staff have dropped raids and guys like that. But I've been in this stream like a few times. I don't like for me. I just try and focus. Like I get my stuff done, and then if I'm editing or if I'm doing stuff, like I'll have people streams up who to support more than really like like being watching kind of. But I've seen him. To stop mumbling now, I've seen him one or two times. I think I've seen him well more than one or two times. Yeah, he seems cool, man. I mean, yeah, he's obviously doing very well. Um, and yeah, I think good luck to them, man. They're successful. They're being successful in this field. So yeah, unless someone's done anything to me, I'm got nothing but respect.
Yeah, for sure. Um, like when I don't really watch Danny Aaron's content too much. I don't think I really come across his streams. I
Yeah,
know like his videos, like I could see why people really like his content.
yeah,
It's like I don't know what the exact genre is for his FIFA. But it's like his videos are a bit like extra. He always adds like
yeah,
something like every 10 seconds, which
yeah,
makes
yeah,
it
yeah,
like I guess entertaining for like the younger crowd.
yeah, yeah,
It's not really my cup of tea, to be
yeah,
honest. Um I used to watch Run the Foot Market too cuz I feel like his is more informative, which
yeah,
I like.
yeah,
Um but nowadays I haven't been watching a lot of the bigger guys for content.
yeah. I think in terms of if I had to say, I do enjoy watching Hectic TKS.
Okay.
I do find him, yeah, I do find him entertaining.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes if I'm just like editing late night and like he's on and all that, and yeah, he comes across well as well. He's quite funny, so yeah, I do like his stuff. But yeah, I've been in a few streams before, but more I'd say one of the bigger streamers, more him. When
Mhm.
I get time to, and I think the timing has to be right as well. Sometimes when you're free and then someone's just on, it's yeah, and then I think in terms of others, like it's just I think it's more for me. It's just that people that I maybe kind of know from raids or people that have been in my streams, and then I just kind of get on with them. So kind of just be in their stream. I think it's more like that.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. You
Right.
can't. It's hard. You can't watch everyone, right? It's like there's
That's
so
true.
many
Yeah.
good people out there, but what I have to say to myself is, I'll try and support the people that have, been supportive to me and stuff like that when I can.
Right.
But I have to have that mindset where I'm focused. Like I have to get my stuff done. It's what I need to do, and then
Yeah.
outside of that, I can do that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. And I'm like you too. I usually more so watch people that I support,
Yeah,
that have supported me like, and it's like you said, it's like the timing. Like when this person happens to be on and they haven't been on for a while and I'm also free,
yeah,
I'll just watch them and I'll just
yeah,
lurk, just hanging
yeah.
out.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah,
Um, so I'm like you, man. I just like going all these people that I followed over the years and I just like support them, say hi,
yeah,
and
exactly.
I'm probably like watching something or working on something while I'm lurking. So
That's it.
that's
Yeah, I think I'm
yeah,
more of a lurker as well because like
yeah,
if I start in a conversation, I don't want to be rude and then I can't hear what they're saying to me and stuff. So like I do normally probably just lurk
yeah,
because I don't want to start a convo and then not be able to engage. Because if
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
editing, like you want to hear what's going on with your edits and the video you're doing and stuff. So
Right, right, right.
but nah, for sure, man. Like yeah, yeah, I'm the same as you. I'll definitely just try and support yeah, try and support the people that have you know supported yourself and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, for 2023, it's just like I definitely I definitely do plan on streaming and putting out content. I just don't know for me personally how much I'll invest into it. I don't
Yeah.
know if how much time I'll be able to invest as I did 2022. So we'll see. I don't know for you if you're just gonna keep going at it with the
Yeah,
same energy. Yeah.
I'm gonna well, I think it's gonna be even more because of the I'm gonna increase my workload with the long form stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, I really wanna go hard, especially like for this year. See where I am at the end of it, and or obviously, yeah, you do like reviews of, every few months and stuff, but I just want to kind of see where I am and then say, okay, where are we going from here and stuff, and you know, yeah, and just kind of review it and see what happens. But I'm definitely going to go into it with even more, more energy than and more fire than the last year, I would say.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
And how long have you been at it now with the streaming? How long
Ooh,
has it been?
it's probably been just a year and maybe 7 months, possibly something like that. I think.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, because we're getting close to 2 anniversary in a few months. I think so. Yeah. What about you?
It's been 2.5 years for me.
Yeah.
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 Have you found the whole experience from like say when you started and until now?
It's been kind of crazy. It's been crazy in the sense that I didn't think I would interact with so many people virtually. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I actually got a chance to meet like people in person through Twitch too.
Mm. Oh,
Yeah.
really? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's been pretty cool. I
Yeah.
mean, I didn't think like a video game would allow me to like have my own community and
Mm.
to like meet people from around the world. So
That's it.
that's
Yeah.
and like going into Twitch, like I didn't have that kind of expectation, you know? It's something like I just wanted to try out and see if like, if you could monetize off this, but it
Mm.
ended up being a little bit more than what I expected. So, and I didn't think I was going to do like podcasts and stuff. It's just something like I enjoy as a viewer. I like doing podcasts, so I thought this might be a good way to create content.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
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 Well, hopefully, you know, can still, keep seeing your podcast, man. And yeah, I
No, I
mean, I
appreciate it.
appreciate you
Yeah.
having me on. Like, as always, man. Thank you. Like,
No, for sure. And you're close to hitting 3K too, so on Twitch, so you definitely got to hit that. And then
yeah, nah,
are you
for
doing
sure. Yeah.
anything for your 2 years?
Yeah. Oh man, last time, last time for the 1 year, it was crazy. Like, I didn't even set a limit. I think I was on for 31 hours
31?
because,
Jeez.
yeah, because each sub added, and I didn't even sleep, man. And I think each sub like added on time, and like I know my community can be, there can be some people in there that are like really generous with subs and stuff, but
Yeah.
I didn't like expect that, like there was subs coming from like almost everywhere, and yeah, it just extended the time, and then we had loads of challenges. I think I done some chili sauce thing, and I really, really, really didn't measure how much I should have been. I put too much, and I
Okay.
think we done like almost 1.5 bottles, I think, with shots, and it was just
Yeah.
pure. I think it was Carolina Reaper chili sauce. So I
Jeez.
got the worst one, and then yeah, I think um, my mum bought me some diarrhea medicine. I think she, bless her, she went to the shop and got. I was really suffering. I was on the toilet like like it was so often during the stream. It was so bad. I still got the empty bottle. I'll keep it as like a remembrance of that. But
That's crazy.
yeah, it was really cool. But I don't know if I might do a 24-hour limit for the next one. I'm not sure.
Okay. So you did like a subathon, pretty
Yeah,
much.
type of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, yeah. It was
Yeah.
like a subs or bits add on the time to the timer,
Right.
and then we had like challenges that we would every like kind of sub at a milestone.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I may do something in a few days. Like I don't know, it's just gonna be my birthday in a few days. I may do something with that. Um, yeah, might do a special stream for that. I don't know.
Oh wow, happy early birthday. How old you gonna
Hey,
be?
thank you, man. Oh.
Are you gonna reveal your age?
Yeah, I don't mind. I'm gonna be 32, man.
Really? Oh wow.
Yeah,
You look so young. You look much
thank
younger.
you.
32.
Mm.
Wow, man.
Yeah, like that's why, like, I've got to work as hard as I can, like, not just because of like age and stuff like that, but I wanted to do what I was doing now years ago,
Hmm.
but I don't think I was probably ready at that time. Like everything happens for a reason, I guess. You know. But yeah, we're doing it now. We might have a few grays along the
Yeah.
way sooner or later, but there's already a few seeping in. But
Nice,
yeah,
nice. No, you look good at 32, man.
thank you, man. Yeah, I want to get into a proper routine as well. I've been
Yeah.
doing it a bit better lately, but just going gym and I'm not going to neglect my physical health to chase the dream. It has to be a balance.
Right, right. I know you're a fitness guy too, so I know you're
Yeah,
taking
yeah,
care of your body. Do you
yeah.
actually
I'm
have any
trying.
resolutions for 2023?
Uh, I don't normally. I'm not really a resolutions guy, but what I would say is that I do want to fix my I'd say more like my structure around my day sometimes is a bit muddled, and I want to fix that
Mm,
more.
yeah.
I have a time I go gym. Obviously, sometimes it's not always going to fit how you want it, but have a time I go gym, have a time I edit after streams, and then sleep, and then know when to go. Okay, you know, do that the next day, kind of thing, or the later on. So it's more just fixing that and just goals for growing. I think in terms of the stream, hopefully to
Yeah.
get to between 20 to 30 average viewers on
Yeah.
Twitch. More than kind of like followers is good on Twitch, but I'm more thinking about the average viewers. If I can get that
Got
up
it.
to, like a 20 to 30. I've had it around that mark a few times
Yeah.
before, but I want it to be consistent.
Yeah.
And yeah, just growing the YouTube and then the socials and stuff, TikTok, and yeah,
Got it.
maybe try a
Got
few
it.
different things as well, a few different videos rather than just, clips of the stream.
Right. Right. Yeah, for sure.
What
The
about
big one
you?
you No, the big one you mentioned was like for me too is setting a schedule, having
Yeah,
structure in the day. So, um no, I definitely need that too.
yeah,
I want to follow like a specific schedule and stick with it. And I think if I do that, I feel like I'll get more things done.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah. So that's a huge one, and that's something I gotta be in the habit of doing. So
Yeah.
yeah. We got TMK here. Hey, what's up, my guy? Good to see you here.
How you doing,
Um,
man?
yeah. Cameron also asked, do you have a top 10 for, or not top 10, top six for Prem prediction? You're an Arsenal fan,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, so
Got an Arsenal top.
you're
I've
happy.
got an Arsenal top
Okay,
of
so you're happy. You're happy right now. They just won recently, right? They
yeah,
just
very
yeah,
happy. We
okay.
went 7 points clear. Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna sound like Pep in a minute. So happy. But
Oh yes, there's the impersonations.
more than you believe. Nah, but I'm really honestly, yeah, like what Arteta's doing. I always kind of believed in his project, but I didn't know it would go bang like this quick. Um, like even during the difficult times, I could see what he was trying to do, and yeah, I'm just really happy. I think top six. So Arsenal first, City second. Um,
Mm-hmm.
uh, it's a tough one.
Mm.
I would say, even though I know Tottenham didn't do well in their last game, they lost, but I do think Tottenham third.
You see Man U in there, top
It's a
six.
close one between them and Liverpool, but I think Liverpool will just sneak it. I think they were losing last time I checked against Brentford, but
Mm.
um, I think they'll get in there. ahead. But United just keep grinding out results, man. Their manager's very good. He's definitely going to have them challenging in a couple of years. Within a couple of years,
Brian
yeah, I'd
says
have
they're losing
Liverpool.
3-1 right now.
Really, yeah.
Yeah, to Brentford.
Brentford's a tough ground to go to. When Arsenal went there and won, that's why like people go, "Oh, it's just Brentford," but they're less. They're very good, like
Hmm.
as it proves, like at home anyway, they're very good, and they're not even. I think Ivan Toney's injured, who's probably their best player. So
Mm.
yeah, Liverpool are gonna have one of them seasons. I don't know. I thought they may sneak into fourth, but between them and United, I think them fourth, Liverpool, United fifth. Um, oh, you know what? I did say I think Newcastle could get fourth though, but they may just slip
Wow.
away. I think they'll maybe get sixth Europa League or
Hmm.
something.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yep. You
yeah,
see
that would be my
Chelsea in there
top
too?
six.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't. I don't. I
Okay.
really think
Okay.
they're going to struggle. I think like they are struggling, and they've got to give that manager, in my opinion, just give him some time, let him go again next season.
Yeah.
But obviously, you can't keep losing though. It doesn't matter how your project is. But there was a run of games for Arsenal where we were losing like it was like relegation form, and we stuck by Arteta. So it's not always going to work for every manager, but I do think Potter's a good manager. So
Yeah. Hmm.
yeah, that
Okay.
would be an interesting one to see.
Got it. Got it. Brian's got City, Arsenal, United, Newcastle, Spurs, Liverpool, Chelsea. Yeah, that's seven, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. How many games does Prem have left?
Games. I believe most teams have played 15, so that would be 13 left around.
13
Yeah.
left. Okay. So a little
No,
past
sorry,
the
wait.
halfway mark.
Nah,
Oh,
sorry, wait. Yeah, is it? Oh God, no, it's not 13. Whoa, wow, that is bad mathematics. 23. Sorry.
oh, there's 23 in the season, 23
Yeah, yeah.
games.
Nah, so
Okay.
38 in total. So I think if they play 15, then it will be 23 left. Yeah.
Oh, 23 left. Oh, so not even
Wow.
halfway mark. Just
Yeah,
below
yeah. It's
that.
not even a halfway mark yet. Yeah, exactly.
So still got a long way to go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. We'll see
Wow,
if
man.
Arsenal could hold up that top position.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, obviously, without Jesus and stuff. But
Mm,
we just look so good. Like we just look so structured. I just think we're getting this really exciting winger in as well.
yeah.
From Shakhtar Donetsk. He just looks
Okay.
really really good, and apparently we're going to get him. So
Got it.
if they invest in who Arteta wants for this January,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they can come in and straight away make an impact. But um, yeah, I just really like how it is. Just certain positions. Hopefully, there's no injuries. I think you need a bit of luck, and then
Yeah.
yeah, why not? Why not?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I'm excited to see. I wouldn't mind Arsenal winning it,
Yeah,
Like other than the powerhouses winning it all the time. They're like I don't know if
that's
they're
it
really an
exactly.
underdog, but it's nice to see someone else win.
Yeah, I think like I would say in terms of history, like obviously Arsenal's such a big club, but I do think I would say we're underdogs in terms of unexpectedly being in that position. I don't think
Right.
anyone could see that at the start of the season. And then
Right.
I thought we would do this. I thought we would challenge. I thought we would take Liverpool's place and challenge City, but I thought we would kind of go close but fall off at the end. But
Mm-hmm.
what it looks like is, hopefully if it stays this way, it's going to be till the end.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure. Um, dude, it's been over an hour on the podcast, and I appreciate you being here. But
Hey, thank you.
yeah. Before I even let you go, man, do you have any
Mm.
new impersonations that you gotten? We gotta
I
do
was
some
thinking, I knew I was going to get
impersonations.
asked this. I was thinking,
Of
oh, is there any
course.
new ones? But I'm not sure. I don't know if there's,
I
I don't
can't
know,
let you
because to
go
be honest,
without.
I don't know. You
Uh,
brought out the Katie Taylor last time, so uh, um, oh, I don't know.
I can't let you go
No.
without some impersonations to close it off.
What ideas do you have, man? I don't know if I'm not good at all of them, all like impersonating every person, but I'll try.
Well, Katie Taylor, do you have any boxing matches coming up?
Yeah, well, I do have some boxing matches coming up soon. Yeah, about in a month from now, I'm going to gonna be boxing for the women's world championship. So I don't know how good that impression was. It's been a while since I done Katie Taylor, but yeah, thank you very much for having me on today.
I appreciate you, Katie. Harry Kane, how could we miss that pen?
I don't know, like I saw in the sky there was like kind of like I think it was like a kind of like a secret little toy helicopter. Someone was flying around, and I wanted to hit it, so it kind of distracted me. But at the end of the day, back to the Premier League. As long as I win Golden Boot, trophies don't really matter to me. So yeah, that's wonderful, isn't it?
That's awesome. Connor, where's my proper 12? And when you coming back to fight?
Hey, listen up, Roy. Don't talk to me about no proper 12 and all that. Because I know you don't really drink. You're like this nice little healthy guy. You like to go gym and all that. But you need to be putting money in my pocket. So go and buy me whiskey. It's better than Jameson, whatever them bums are called, right? Shoot your mouth.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. You
You
could do a Tyson Fury too, right?
Yeah, I can kind of do Tyson Fury. So all right, so when he was I think when he was interviewed, he done an
Yeah.
interview with True Geordie, and then I don't know if you saw it, but he kind of like when he went off and like I think they had a bit of a well, Tyson Fury was in Geordie, and he said to him, I think I done an impression of that during that time when he said, "You're a little bald-headed, bearded little tosser, Tyson Fury, heavyweight champion of the world." So yeah, that's my Tyson Fury.
That's pretty good. Do you have a
And
favorite?
my name's Mike Tyson. So I like to box because I'm the greatest ever. I'm the most brutal, most vicious champion that's ever been. Nobody can stop me.
I think I done a skit. I think I done something once where I had a Dyson Hoover, and I said I done a sketch where I was called
Uh-huh.
Mike Tyson.
I just like I just think of stupid things, man. So yeah, that came out of nowhere.
Do you still do them in streams like at random
Yeah,
moments?
I try and do them.
Okay.
Like what I try and do is if I'm opening like a pack and stuff, I might like I'll put on a like I'll do a Northern Irish or an Irish, or I'll do like
Okay.
sometimes Scottish or yeah, I think when we packed Pele, actually, I think I even done a Jamaican accent.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just do like so many different accents, man. Yeah, I enjoy it. It's good. It's good. Obviously, I think I could do most like I can do a lot of them okay. You know what I mean? So like I might as well try and utilize it when I can, I guess.
Right, right. No, it's a talent. You gotta do it. You gotta
Thank
utilize
you,
it.
man. Yeah.
Um what was my do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite impersonation?
Favorite.
Your go-to?
Have you heard Northern Irish accent before?
Maybe? I'm not sure.
So that one,
Let's hear it.
Right. So yesterday I was walking down to the shop right there, and I needed to I need to get cash out of the machine. So I had to enter my PIN. Do you know what my PIN was? 222222. And that's why I bought this hand here to remind me two. So it's an easy reminder. So they kind of talk like that. So when they say now, they go right now. So it's kind of like that kind of thing right
Okay.
there. So
Okay.
and when they say two, they say two, like that, two.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a bit like that.
Got it. Got it. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. If I ever go there, then I'll know what they sound like.
That's it. Just play a voice note from me.
Yeah. I'll do that. I like your Pep Guardiola. I think that's pretty good too.
Yeah, I done
Pep.
Pep lately. I think for a pack opening. I think yeah, it's like and I think I've been doing a bit of Khabib lately because I think there's a guy on my stream who likes me to do that one. You know, with like the press conference between him and McGregor. He's like, I come for smash this guy, brother. You know, this Conor McGregor. I send location on Twitter DM. Nobody send location. He's like, shoot your mate. You took a shit on the back of a bus. Oh,
Wow. Yeah,
yeah,
you
I
could do
like
the
to.
whole press conference by
I'm
yourself.
gonna reenact the press conference. I think sometime.
You got to. Oh my gosh. Pep, do you think you'll win the Champions League?
Yeah. So Champions League, but we have no Messi, so yeah, take the ball, pass the ball more than you believe. Academy La Masia. Yeah, Premier League. I can't believe Zinchenko, Jesus, we let them go for Arsenal. Now they win the league more than you believe. Yeah. Yeah, so happy. So happy.
Phenomenal. Dude, that deserves a round of applause.
Thank you, man.
That's amazing,
you,
dude.
man.
No, your impersonations are
I need to
on
branch
point.
out though. You made me
Yeah,
branch
yeah.
out. Like I've always done Katie Taylor like now and then, but I forgot I had it in the tank and you brought that out. So I need to branch out, try and do a few others, man. Write them down and like remember I can actually do them.
Sure. Maybe I'll try to think of some more, and then I'll come in the streams and
Yeah, you do.
I'll try
You
to
come out
mention
and you
it.
bring out the Katie
Yeah.
Taylor. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh no, that's wonderful, man. No, I appreciate you doing the impersonations here.
Thank you,
that was
man. I
great,
love
man.
doing
That
it.
was great. And again, thank you so much for coming through, man. This has been a
thank you.
blast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I always enjoy it. Thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
for having me.
Yeah, and where could people find you on your platforms?
Yeah, so Namesalpal on all platforms: Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram,
Twitter? You're on Twitter, as well?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks. Sorry, I forgot Twitter. Yeah, so
Yeah.
guys. Yeah,
There you
you
go.
can find me there. Thank you again.
Yeah, my pleasure. And I'll leave the links in the description below so you guys could check him out. Please follow him and support my guy, Namesalpal. And if you could stay a little bit after the live stream, that'd be great. And for everybody else, thank you guys so much for coming through. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.